Hi, hello, this is Giri, teaching 10th Mathematics, the chapter Similar Triangles. Questions and solutions from old public papers. Here is the first question. Construct a triangle of sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm, and then construct a triangle similar to it whose sides are 2/3 of the corresponding sides of the first triangle. I shall repeat. Construct a triangle of sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm, and then construct a triangle similar to it whose sides are 2/3 of the corresponding sides of the first triangle. This question is appeared in March 2015, June 2016, March 2016 and March 2019. Here is our construction. Whenever you go for a construction, first of all you should draw a rough sketch at the top right corner of the page. Here is the rough sketch. The rough sketch should be drawn with scale and pencil, not for correct measurements. Okay, anyhow, here the red color circle ABC is the given circle. ABC is the given circle. The measurements of the given circle are 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm. These are the sides of the triangle ABC. Now we have to draw another triangle BDE such that the sides of the triangle BDE are 2/3 of the sides of the triangle ABC. Now let us go for the construction. First of all, draw the base BC whose length is equal to 6 cm. Later, A is at a distance of, here from the triangle ABC we already got two vertices B and C. Then the third vertex A is left. This A is at a distance of 4 cm from B and 5 cm from C. Therefore, let us draw an arc of radius 5 cm from C. Keep the point of the compass at C and stretch the circular for 5 cm and draw an arc. Again from B now, A is at a distance of 4 cm. Therefore, from B, draw an arc of 4 cm. These two arcs meet at a point. Name the point as A and join that A to B and join that point A to C, so that the triangle ABC is formed. You can verify ABC is a triangle. How did we construct this? First of all, we draw a line segment BC whose length is 6 cm. Then from C, we took an arc of 5 cm, and from B, we draw an arc for 4 cm. Those two arcs meet at a point. We named the point as A and we joined the point A to B and C. This is the given triangle ABC. For this given triangle ABC, we have to construct another triangle whose sides are 2/3 of the triangle ABC. In order to construct this, let us draw a ray from B, name it as some BX, which makes an acute angle with BC. This arc BX make an acute angle less than 90 degrees angle with BC. And later on this ray, on the ray which is in yellow color, now we have to draw 3 arcs of same radius. Why we have to draw 3 arcs? Because the ratio is 2/3. Now you observe this fraction, 2/3 is the fraction. In this 2/3, 3 is the denominator. Therefore, first of all, join the third point to the vertex C. Since 3 is the denominator, join the third point, that is B3, with C, as we joined like this. And later, look at the numerator now. Numerator is 2. Then draw a line passing through B2 and parallel to B3C. We have to draw a line passing to second point, that is B2. Why second point? Because the numerator is 2. Therefore, draw a line passing through B2 and parallel to this line B3C. As this is the constructed line. This line meets BC at point D. Now from point D, now draw a line parallel to AC. Here this is the side CA. Now we have to draw a line passing through D and parallel to CA like this. This parallel line meet AB at point E. Now we got the triangle BDE. We got the triangle BDE. This triangle BDE is the constructed triangle and the triangle ABC is the given triangle. Now if you observe, the sides of the triangle BDE are in the ratio of 2/3 of the given triangle ABC. This is the construction. After construction, your page may look like this. The question at the top, rough sketch at the top right corner, and the full page should cover this construction. And in the next page, you have to draw the steps of construction. As these are the steps of construction. The first point is draw a line segment BC with length 6 cm using roller. Second point, draw arcs of radius 4 cm, 5 cm from B, C using circular. Both the arcs meet at point A. Join A to B and C so that the triangle ABC is formed. From B, draw a ray BX and keep arcs B1, B2 and B3 with same radii. Now join B3C and draw B2D parallel to B3C and DE is parallel to CA. The sides of the triangle BDE is 2/3 times of the sides of the triangle ABC. Now another construction. The question is, construct a similar triangle to triangle ABC whose sides are 5/3 of the sides of the triangle ABC. I shall repeat. Construct a similar triangle to triangle ABC whose sides are 5/3 of the sides of the triangle ABC. This question is appeared in June 2017, March 2018 and this question is appeared in SCRT model paper which is released recently. Here, if you observe this fraction given, 5/3 is the fraction here. 5/3. This 5/3 is an improper fraction. Whereas in the previous case, it is given 2/3 is a proper fraction. Since the given fraction is a proper fraction, the constructed triangle will lie inside the given triangle. And whereas if the fraction is a proper fraction, it may lie inside. And if the fraction is an improper fraction, the constructed triangle may lie outside the given triangle. Again, whenever you go for a construction, right hand side top corner there should be rough sketch. And we draw the rough sketch with roller and scale, not with particular measurements. In this question, if you observe, the measurements are not given for triangle ABC. Therefore, you need not worry about the measurements. You draw any triangle at your convenience. Here I took 3 points A, B, C. These 3 are the vertices of the triangle and we will join them. If we join these 3 points, then we got a triangle ABC. Draw a ray BX which makes an acute angle with BC. Then on the arc BX, if you observe the given fraction 5/3, the maximum value is 5. Either it may be at numerator or it may be at denominator. The maximum value is 5. Therefore, you draw 5 arcs with same radii on the arc BX. We have to draw 5 arcs on the ray BX as 5 is the maximum number in the given ratio. Now name these 5 points as B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. After that, now look at the denominator, look at the fraction 5/3 is the fraction. In 5/3, what is the denominator? Denominator is 3. Therefore, join the denominator point, that is third point, to the vertex C. Join B3 to C. Join B3 to C. Now, the numerator is 5. Therefore, you have to draw a line passing through B5 and parallel to this. That line may come like this. Now, it should meet the extension of BC. Therefore, first of all, let us extend BC. Here is the extension of BC. Now, draw a line passing through the fifth point, that is B5, and parallel to B3C. Why you should draw passing through B5? Because the numerator is 5. First of all, after the construction of ray, you have to keep the number of arcs that is equal to the maximum number in the fraction, maximum number. Either it may be in numerator or it may be in denominator. As 5 is the maximum number, we took 5 arcs. And later, go for the denominator. Verify the denominator is 3. Then join the third point to the vertex C. Now come to numerator 5. If 5 is the numerator, then draw a line passing through fifth point, that is B5, and parallel to B3C. Then this is the line. This line may meet the extension of BC at a particular point. And later draw a line or extend BA to the other side. Now draw a line from this point and parallel to AC. And let us name these 2 points. Let us name this point as D and that point as E. So that the ABC is the given triangle and EBD is the constructed triangle. ABC is the given triangle and EBD is the constructed triangle. Now if you observe the sides of the triangle EBD, the sides of the triangle EBD, that is the constructed triangle, is in the ratio of 5/3 of the sides of the given triangle ABC. Now let us write steps of construction. Here is the first step. Mark 3 points A, B, C on the paper and join them to form triangle ABC. Draw a ray BX which makes an acute angle with BC. On BX, mark B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5, 5 points with equal radii. Join B3C and draw B5D if is parallel to B3C and also draw DA parallel to CA. Now sides of the triangle BDE are in the ratio of 5/3 of the sides of the triangle ABC. Now another question. Prove that the sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. I shall repeat. Prove that the sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus is equal to sum of the squares of its diagonals. This question is appeared in March 2015 and June 2017. Here is the rhombus. Rhombus may look like kite. Rhombus means it is a quadrilateral in which all the 4 sides are equal. That is, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. All the 4 sides are equal in this rhombus. In any quadrilateral, if all the 4 sides are equal, then it is called a rhombus. Of course, in square also all the 4 sides are equal. But the difference between rhombus and square is, in square each angle is equal to 90 degrees, but in rhombus angle need not be 90 degrees. And in square each diagonal is equal, and whereas in rhombus the diagonals need not be equal. Now let us draw the diagonals. AC is one diagonal and BD is the second diagonal, and these 2 diagonals are meeting at O, intersecting at O. Now what is given in the question? ABCD is a rhombus. And what is to be proved? I have to prove that, look at the question properly. Sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus. Sum of the squares of the sides. What are the sides? Sides are AB, BC, CD and DA. Squares of sides means AB square, BC square, CD square, DA square. and sum of the squares of the sides means AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. One diagonal is AC and the second diagonal is BD. Sum of the squares means AC square plus BD square. Therefore, the RTP is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Now, in order to prove this, here is the proof. Given ABC is a rhombus. Since it is a rhombus, we know that all the four sides are equal. AB is equal to BC, is equal to CD, is equal to DA. And also we know that in rhombus, the diagonals AC and BD are perpendicularly bisect each other. Means O is the midpoint of the first diagonal and as well as the midpoint of the second diagonal. O is the midpoint of AC and also O is the midpoint of BD. And at the same time they are perpendicular to each other. Means BD is perpendicular to AC, or angle at O is equal to 90 degrees. Now, since the diagonals bisect each other, O is the midpoint of BD. We know that O is the midpoint of BD. Then OB is equal to OD and each is equal to half of BD. OB is equal to OD is equal to half of the total diagonal BD. Similarly, OA is equal to OC and each part is equal to half of the diagonal AC. OA is equal to OC is equal to half of AC. And also we know that they are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, angle BOA, angle at O, angle BOA is equal to 90 degrees. Since it is 90 degrees, then the triangle ABO is a right triangle. Triangle ABO is a right triangle. Since it is a right triangle, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. You consider this triangle, angle O is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem states? It states that hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Here, what is hypotenuse from the diagram? The side opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse. Here, the side opposite to 90 degrees is AB. Hypotenuse is AB and OB and OA are the sides. Therefore, AB square, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square, OA square plus OB square. But what is OA? OA is half of AC and OB is half of BD. Therefore, OA square means AC by 2 whole square and OB square means BD by 2 whole square. AC by 2 whole square is AC square by 4 and BD by 2 whole square is BD square by 4. Now take 4 as LCM. The numerator AC square plus BD square by 4. Here this 4 divides AC square plus BD square at RHS. If we take it to LHS, you should multiply. That is 4AB square is equal to AC square plus BD square. 4AB square means 4 times of AB square. In the place of 1 AB, you may write 1 AB, and the second AB you can write BC, and third AB you can write CD, and in the fourth place you may write DA. So that you will get AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Another question now. Here is the question. ABC is a triangle, right angle at C, and let BC is equal to small a units, CA is equal to small b units, and AB is equal to small c units, and P is the length of the perpendicular from C onto AB. Then show that 1 by P square is equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. I shall repeat. ABC is a triangle, right angle at C, and let the side BC is equal to small a, side CA is equal to small b, and the side AB is equal to small c, and P is the length of the perpendicular from C onto AB. Then show that 1 by P square is equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. This question is appeared in March 2019. For any geometric question, the diagram is the heart of the question. First of all, you should draw the diagram. You see, ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle and right angle at C, angle C is equal to 90 degrees. Generally, in any triangle, the side opposite to vertex A may be represented with small a units. The side opposite to vertex B is small b units and the side opposite to vertex C is small c units. Okay, these are the sides of this triangle ABC that is given in the question itself. Now P is the length of the perpendicular from C onto AB. From the vertex C, you have to draw a perpendicular onto AB. It is the perpendicular. And this perpendicular meet AB at D. And the length of the perpendicular is equal to small p units. Now we have to prove that 1 by p square is equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. First of all, let us write given. Given in triangle ABC, angle C is equal to 90 degrees and the length of CD is equal to small p units. And the RTP you have to prove that 1 by p square is equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. Let us prove it. In order to prove it, if you look at the diagram, ABC is the triangle and we know that angle C is equal to 90 degrees. ABC is the triangle. In triangle ABC, angle C is equal to 90 degrees. And BC is equal to A units and AC is equal to B units. Now if you look at this diagram, forget about this CD for some time. This is the total triangle ABC and you can find the area of the triangle by using of BH formula. Here we know the base and this is height because angle C is 90. Therefore, this is base and this is height. Then you can find the area of the triangle ABC. Area of the triangle ABC is given by the formula of BH of into here base is BC and height is AC. Of into BC into AC is equal to half of BC is A units and AC is B units. Therefore, it is half of AB. It is the area of the triangle in the first case. Now, for any triangle, you can take any of its three sides as bases. Here, in the first case, we took BC as base. And in the second case, we may take AB as base. If AB is base, then the perpendicular onto the opposite vertex will be height. Therefore, in this triangle, if AB is base, then CD is height. In triangle ABC, angle D is equal to 90 degrees, angle D is 90. And AB is equal to base is equal to C units and CD height is equal to P units. Again, find the area of the triangle ABC of BH, same formula. Half of. Now base is AB and the height is CD. Substitute the values. AB is C and CD is P. Therefore, this is half of CP. It is the area of the triangle ABC in the second method. As you are finding the area of the same triangle in both ways, the area should be same. Therefore, from 1 and 2, if we equate both the areas, half of CP is equal to half of AB. If we cancel half on both sides, then CP is equal to AB. But we have to find P square. 1 by P square is equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. Squares are there. Therefore, let us square on both sides. By squaring on both sides, C square P square is equal to A square B square. Or take this P square to the other side and A square B square this side. Then 1 by P square is equal to C square by A square B square. By applying Pythagoras theorem, C square is equal to side square plus side square, A square plus B square. Therefore, in the place of C square, you may substitute A square plus B square by A square B square. Now, let us divide this RHS into two fractions, A square by A square B square plus B square by A square B square. You can cancel A square and A square and 1 by B square is left. If you cancel B square and B square, 1 by A square is left. Therefore, 1 by P square is equal to 1 by P square is equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. It is proved. Thank you one and all.